For today's video, we are going to be playing a deck that I've been having a lot of fun with, but I want to put the emphasis on the word fun. So this is what I call Mecha-Yordles. This is a Fizz and Teemo based list. Essentially, I wanted to try to make Teemo work after the new set had come out. It kind of works. You can certainly win with this list. It is not something that I would recommend climbing with, but it has a lot of really fun moments, and so I thought that I would start with this because I'm sure many of you are going to be inundated with a number of lists for climbing, fast way to master, blah, blah, blah. There is a very well-known scout list that is in Demacia and Bilgewater, for example, and I'm sure I'll do a video on it at some point. I've got a big, long list that I'm staring at of decks that I want to make videos for. But I wanted to start with something fun and get it out of the way. So we're going to go through the cards and kind of talk about what's included, what your game plan is, how you do try to win with this list. It is possible, it's just not consistent. So right out of the gate, we've got Fizz and we've got Teemo. And as you may have guessed from a name like Mecha-Yordles, they're kind of the entire point of the deck. Now, we're also running Mushroom Cloud to help out Teemo and company. Then we've got Boom Crew Rookie. This is here in part to just help you get some chip damage in, continue that pressure. It's also just a nice body. Clump of Wumps is there for the Teemo plan. Make It Rain and Mystic Shot are both meant to be forms of removal. Veteran Investigator is a great addition to Teemo lists because this also gets you board presence but forces them to draw cards, and hopefully that means drawing into more mushrooms. One copy of Pick a Card just to kind of help out when your hand gets low. I've been running this over like Progress Day because by the time you get to where you could play Progress Day, you could also probably just play Pick a Card and then draw a bunch of stuff the next turn anyway. But this could easily be a Progress Day as well. Pocket Aces is here to help keep your Yordles alive. One of the other reasons, backing up real quick, that I run Pick a Card is that it is cheaper upfront cost as opposed to the 8 for Progress Day, and the number of spells that are in this list are in part to help keep Fizz alive because that's relevant. Puffcap Peddler again helps you with the Teemo game plan, as does Chump Wump. And then the reason that I call it Mecha-Yordles is Suit Up. So the dream with this deck is that you have Fizz or Teemo on turn 1, and then you hit them with Suit Up that you draw on turn 2. Now it has to specifically be in drawn that turn, but it's really satisfying when it happens. There's nothing more fun than a 4/4 Teemo, especially if you're attacking on evens. It's just the entire reason that I play the deck, I'm going to be honest. Does it happen often? No. I think I did the math once and it's like 7 or 8% of games this is going to happen. It's really low, but when it does happen, it's a lot of fun. And then rounding out the list is Zap Sprayfin. This is here because of the elusive tag and the attune, and then you draw a spell from your deck, and we've got a bunch of those. So this is the list. As always, we're going to go play a game on this particular list so you can see it in action. But again, I just want to emphasize that this list is more meant for fun. And don't worry, I'm going to have a bunch of what I feel are more climb-friendly competitive lists that I'm going to be sharing in the coming days. But I wanted to start with something fun, so let's dive into a game. And it looks like we are going to be running into one of the lists that I think is absolutely bonkers right now. Ezreal and Karma were essentially untouched. This is fine. Actually, I think we'll keep this as is. So Ezreal and Karma were essentially untouched, and then they got new tools that made their deck even better. So this is a little bit risky if they've got Beam. It's got to specifically be Beam here, but if not, we might be okay. And they have Beam. I don't know why they would take the 2 there if they had the Beam. Like I play Fizz, they play Beam, and then that's the end of that, but whatever. What do I know? I just work here. So with these peddlers, we're going to be looking for as much spell value as we can generate out of them.
Time to go.
So we're probably not going to play them till after the other ones have come down so that we can create as many clouds as possible.
Put on me mask, secure me tail, start the day. Think I'm still like a yodel in uniform.
Zap is actually a pretty solid play here. At 7 though, they've got a lot of tools available as well. I think we will do this mostly because I want to see what we draw, and it's just another mushroom cloud.
What you looking for?
Alright, we're gonna try to get rid of this because it's an annoying blocker. The reason it's annoying is because it trades even with this, which allows this to survive here. I expect them to, I was gonna say, have some kind of answer. But we are very quickly running out of resources, which is exactly why I was saying that this list isn't competitive. It needs a lot to go right, and we did not have the suit up on turn 2 this time around. But we might get lucky with some mushrooms here. So this turn will be Wump, Boom Crew, bank the rest, and then next turn will be the Puff Cap surprise, essentially. Because right now they have no mushrooms. Oof, that's really good for them.
First big mission. Don't mind me.
It's too late for you.
Alright, again, nothing that is that much of a shock there.
Backfired.
Try again.
And we're getting dangerously close. So the real decision we have to make now is whether or not we want to be greedy and wait for the third
Never ask. Have a mushroom.
Puff Cap. And I think the answer's probably yes. Even though we're getting dangerously close to dying.
There was a little fella asking for me.
Alright, so we're gonna ship one of these back.
They grow up so
And then do the thing. So while we didn't get the suit up Mecha-Yordle dream, we did still manage to jam 65 Puff Caps into a deck. So right now our EV is a little more than 2 per card draw on their end. So if we, in theory, could survive, I don't know, like 5 more turns, we might get there. Or we just get lucky. We would like, with our aces this next turn, to draw into some investigators to make them draw even more cards. Or they can do that. It's moderately helpful for us. Alright. So they're trying to get Ezreal to pop off this next turn because they know that it's coming. So we found our suit up.
need a collection. 2, 3, 4.
Alright, so their Ezreal will level. They've got the 5 mana. This is going to be close. It's going to be close, but we might be able to squeak this out.
Keep up, keep up.
Because right now, we've got 3 bodies to their 3 bodies. So we still force trades, and ultimately what we're hoping is to trade into Ezreal.
Runaway bike!
Excuse you.
So we're going to do it like that. Now they might have damage, which is why we didn't also play this quite yet. Alright, Will of Ionia is relatively annoying. So we're going to do this here because our puff caps are about to die, so we might as well shuffle in even more mushrooms before they go.
My pretty.
Now we know they're sitting on essentially 4 damage there. But mushrooms! Yes! So, you know, that's how you beat just casually one of the better decks in the game with Mecha-Yordles. Like I said, it's fun. So if you made it this far, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I will catch you watching videos in the future. If it's your first time, you know, consider subscribing. And if it's not your first time, as always, I appreciate you coming back.